go. Hello, those of you at home. Here is your warm-up. Find the coordinates of a Rachel prime after a dilation by a scale factor of 3/4, centered at the origin, where the original coordinates of Rachel are these. You're going to want to pause the video because we are ready to move on. So let's do this thing. Okay. All right. Can I get you guys back up here in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's see here, guys. Let's do this thing. So I want to try and play a little bit of catch up here. No, that's okay. So what I want to do today is I want to get us all set up for being able to take the skill check tomorrow for dilations, but I want to make sure that we have time to review it also tomorrow. So I want to go through all the new stuff, get some practice in, and then maybe use 10 to 15 minutes of tomorrow at the beginning of the day to keep practicing, and then we'll do our skill check. Does that sound good? So you know exactly what's on there. You're not going to be surprised. No problems there. Okay, let's do it, guys. So if I have the coordinates of Rachel, which are 8, -4, -12, -16, -30, 24. Do you guys think I want you to draw this? No, yeah, I heard some yeahs out there. I sure don't want you to draw this. Not even a little. 44, -20, and -14, -9. Perfect. All right. What do I do with the scale factor and all of those points? Here you go, Katie. What do I do with those scale factor and all of those points? Let's see if I can get a little bit of help out here. Valentina, what am I going to do with this number and all of the numbers on here? What's that? Oh, that's okay. Does someone remember, what do we do with the scale factor, no matter what it is? Izzy, we're going to multiply. No matter what, Valentina, if I ask you to dilate something by this scale factor, and these are the coordinates, you're going to take that number and multiply every single number that you see on here by that. So we've got some work to do with our calculator. Let's go ahead and bust it out. Might break out into song because I have to, otherwise it doesn't load correctly. I still don't know why. TI SmartView, TM emulator software for the TI-30X/TI-34 multi-view. TM calculators, Texas Instruments, validating software license, ... Oh, thank goodness. I was gonna have to go into the second verse. I hate it when I have to do that. Okay, so we're gonna do this. 8 times the scale factor of 3/4. And I can put it in my calculator just like that. Let me slow that down. 8 times 3/4. One more time. 8 times, oh, not that many. 8 times, you hit the fraction button, 3/4. Enter. That's a 6. Then I do -4 times 3/4. And I get -3. So R prime, whoops, I don't want to write in highlighter. R prime is at 6, -3. After seeing that once, how many of us are like, oh, I get it, and feel like they could do something that they maybe weren't able to do a moment ago? Beautiful. When I say teach, I want you to say, okay, go ahead and do that for me real quick. Multiply those values by 3/4 if you haven't already. If you have already, you're awesome. Help your partners do the same. Talk to each other, and here we go. Teach, teach. It's going to be okay, Adele. It looks like you nailed it, though. I think you got those right. Those look good. Beautiful. Hey, what's up, Jace? Perfect. That's okay. Thank you for showing it to me. Yeah. As long as it's not like writing and big turkey. What's that? Oh, it happens. Oh, no. Hey, you can fix that now since you got all that. That's Rachel Prime? Oh, you did? Okay, good. Yeah. You know, leave them as decimals. That's okay. That's one of the reasons that I'm like, don't even worry about graphing it, because graphing that would suck. Yep, leave them as decimals is great. Mm-hmm. Yeah, you're doing great. That's okay. That can happen. That can happen. It's one of the many reasons I'm not asking you to graph it. Uh-oh. Keep using it. Keep using it. We'll make do. Okay. In the interest of time, let's see what we got going on. Oh, Aiden, let's see here. Yeah, we did a little bit of shuffling around. Why don't we have you at table, over here at table B? Then you've got a chair. Sorry, I didn't realize that. Okay. Here we go. Can I get you in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1? Let's see here. That's going to be Jackson. What did you get for A prime? How many of us got -9, -12 for A prime? You'll love to see it. Jackson, how about C prime? Oh, that's okay. So what am I going to do with those numbers? Good, Jackson. What should I do with -30? Hey, guys, I can't hear Jackson. Yeah. You just multiply by the scale factor, whatever it is. And I get that. And that's -22.5. Yeah, it's a decimal, but that's okay. That's a place on the coordinate plane. It's not very nice, but, I mean, it is what it is. And then I go 24 times 3/4. It's true. And that's 18. And it's okay if it's a decimal like that, okay? That can happen. That's one of the reasons that I didn't ask you to graph this. Because graphing that would be a huge pain in the butt, and I don't want to do it. I don't want to graph that. I just don't want to. Let's see here. That's perfect. Let's see here. How about I go for, that's going to be, I moved your guys' seats, and now I'm all lost. Kennedy, where would H prime be? 21, 0. How many of us got 21, 0 for H prime? Love to see it. How about E prime? Yes, ma'am. Mm-hmm. No, that's okay. How many of us got 33, -15 for that? Perfect. Oh, I heard a wait. I'm waiting. Who said wait? Yes, Michelle, what's up? Did you got what, 33 -12? Well, let's see. Let's do 20 times, or is it -20? Excuse me. -20 times 3/4. That's a sign. 3/4. I got -15. Maybe you just mistyped it. That can happen. That can happen. The fact that you got the 33 tells me that you know what you're doing. Let's see here, and then I'm going to go, Beckham, what about L prime? Where was that nasty guy? Yeah, exactly. A really nightmarish place to put it, but I'm not making you graph it. I'm just making you write down the coordinates. Now, what have I told you guys? This is a level 2 on your skill check. How many of you are like, that easy, I could do that? Yeah, the level 2 means that you can multiply by a scale factor that is not a whole number, right? You can multiply by a scale factor of 3/4, of a half, of 8/15, or whatever, right? And then the level 1s, or you can dilate by a scale factor of like 5, 2, 13. How many of us feel like those 1s and 2s are going to be gimmies? Yeah, you just multiply all the things you see by the scale factor and you're in good shape. But that leaves the 3s and the 4s, and we're going to talk about that in just a minute. It is the 19th day of school, guys. You know that most Western music is split into 12ths, but there is a 19th scale that will work as well. You guys ever been heard old-timey medieval music? Like you go to a Renaissance fair, or you're watching a movie that takes place in a long time ago and they're playing music. If you guys ever noticed, it sounds kind of out of tune but kind of not. That kind of sound? That's because they use a totally different scale. They use a 19th scale instead of a 12th. If you listen to any music from the Middle East, I think they actually even use more than a 19th. I forget what their number is, and that's why that music kind of sounds like out of tune but not at the same time. Let's see here, at least to us. Let's see here. Can I get a little help? Reese, what is our first essential question? Let's write that down. How can I dilate figures by scale factors that are not integers? Guess what? We already did that. We literally just did that. You just multiply it by there. It doesn't matter if it's a fraction or a decimal or whatever. You just multiply it through and you're done. As long as it's centered at the origin, it's easy peasy. lemon squeezy. All right, what's our second essential question? And I would love to get that from, that's going to be, oh, no, I already talked to that guy. Let's see here. That's going to be Michelle. What's our second essential question? How can I calculate the scale factor between dilated objects? Okay, perfect. While you guys are doing that, guys, one city, two teams. The Los Angeles has another pair, not just in the NBA, but in the Major League Baseball. Los Angeles has two teams, and they are, in fact, the Dodgers and the Angels. The Dodgers and the Angels are both in Los Angeles. I believe the LA Angels are still technically called the LA Angels of Anaheim, though, because they used to play in Anaheim. Do they still kind of play in? I know Los Angeles is like 16 cities in one. It's kind of like New York that way. How it's like, is Brooklyn its own city? It is not, but it might as well be. And the things that smell, feet can smell. Feet can sure smell. That can absolutely happen. Alrighty, let's do it, guys. Underneath all this, got a pencil? Oh, you can do better than that. Got a pencil? Will you go ahead and write down the title for today? Today is finding the scale factor. Okay. And we're going to need a coordinate plane. We're going to need a coordinate plane going 7 every direction. 7 left, 7 up, 7 right, 7 down. Go ahead and draw that for me. While you're drawing it, guys, because I know that drawing coordinate planes is like kind of boring and like you can talk while you do it. Here's what I would like you guys to talk about. While you're drawing your coordinate plane, discuss what is the best sport that there is. Teach! 7 each way, yes. Seven each way. You know, the thing is the definition of a sport I've spent years trying to think of a good definition for sports, and I've had such a hard time doing it because every time I come up with a definition of sport, there's some things that I really need to make sure are a sport. Like, for example, it's really important to me that like tennis is a sport. I think that's pretty clear. But every time I try to make a definition of a sport, and that includes tennis, it unfortunately also includes the Bachelorette. And I need to make sure that the Bachelorette is not a sport. And I like spun my wheels and like I couldn't figure out how to do it. And Mr. Alvarado shrugged one day and he's like, if you can realistically eat a pizza while playing it, then it's not a sport. And I was like, that's perfect. Because could you eat a pizza while playing chess? Yeah, no, that's not a sport. Hey, Bliss. Okay, we had some folks come in a little bit later, so we had to do some shuffling around. I'm going to have you over here at table H today. Table H today. All right. Could you realistically, right over here by Katie. Katie, wave to us. Over there by Katie, yeah. Could you realistically eat a pizza while playing soccer? No, on the sideline, sure. But you probably shouldn't do that. But if you're actually actively playing soccer, if you saw someone eating a pizza while doing it, that would be insane. You'd be like, what is this person doing? Could you be actively eating a pizza while playing football? No. Could you actively be eating a pizza while driving NASCAR? I think you could. I think you could. But golf's fine because that's true. You couldn't safely eat a pizza. Maybe it is. Maybe that's true because you have your helmet. Yeah, sorry. Go ahead, Jensen. Oh no 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 no! I'm sorry. That is a different. That was from yesterday. That was from my fifth period. Okay. Do we guys have this down? Do we have this down? Perfect. And Bliss, I'm a bad person. I forgot to give you a ruler. Wow. Oh, good catch. All righty. Here we go, everybody. I want you to draw the following figure on there. Okay. Okay, here we go. This is going to be, can I do this with a card? Maybe. Let's see here. That's going to be, yeah, we'll do Beth. This first one's Beth. Beth, what's your favorite color? Yellow. Ooh, I can't do yellow. I'll just do like, the best I can do is this sickly green. I'm sorry. We're going to do B, T, H. Beth. Now B is at -3, 4. T is at 3, 4. H is at 1, 6. Let's go ahead and draw that triangle. Let's draw that triangle. -3, 1, 2, 3, 4. There's B. 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. That's T. And then 1, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's H. BTH. Beth. There you go. There's Beth. Now I'm going to dilate Beth by a secret number. I'm going to dilate Beth by a secret number that I'm not going to tell you. And what we're going to do, guys, is we're going to graph Beth prime. I'm going to dilate Beth by a secret number. B prime is now at -6, 4. T prime is at 3, 4. Or sorry, that was where it was before, wasn't? Oh no, it is. Yeah, it is. It is. It is. It's in the right spot. Sorry. And then C or H prime is at 0, 7. So H prime is here. T prime didn't move. And B prime is at -6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4. So Beth prime looks like this. Now there's something I told you guys yesterday that's going to be important here. And that's that the scale factor equals the new length divided by the old length. So when I say teach, I want you to say, okay, can you find a new length and an old length that you can count and divide them and tell me, what did I do? How many times bigger is Beth prime than Beth? How many times bigger is Beth prime than Beth? See what you guys can do. Give it a try and teach. Perfect. And when you're done with that, Mudit, that's all I got for you. I don't know. What is the new length that you're looking at? Let's take a look. I'm glad we're talking. Sounds like you guys are a little nervous about this. Okay. Let's talk about this. Can I get you guys in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1? Okay. This is just fine. This is just fine. If we need to take a little extra time to do this and make sure you're feeling really good about it, and do our skill check Friday, Monday, it's no big deal to me, okay? So here's what I mean by that. Let's say I'm standing here and I'm teaching. I'm standing here and I'm teaching, and suddenly, I'm going to draw a card for this just so that it's, there we go. Izzy stands up, and she's like, shrink ray, and she blasts me with a shrink ray. And you wanted to know how many times shorter I was than I was before. Now, guys, do you think you could get a good measurement if you measured my arm before I was shrunk, and then when I shrunk down, then you measure my leg to compare? No. What do you have to do? If I measured my arm before I was shrunk, what do you have to measure my tiny version of? You got to measure my tiny arm. You got to measure my tiny arm. So we have to make sure the parts match up. Now, I'm looking at this figure, guys, and I'm seeing that there is a place that is going to be easier to count the distance of than any of the other ones. What do you guys like? Do you guys like BT, TH, or HB? Which one do you guys think is going to be easier to work with? BT, TH, or HB? Let's go for BT. Why is BT going to be easier? Why is BT going to be easier? Aiden. Yeah, it's horizontally flat. So I can just count. How long is the new Beth? By the way, is the new Beth the big one or the little one? The new Beth is the big one. So we're gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. The new length is 9. The new length is 9. When I say teach, will you say okay? Go ahead and count the old length. Go ahead and count the old length, put it in the denominator, divide it out, and let's see what you get. Give it a try, and here we go. Teach! Okay. Actually, we're in the last 10 minutes. We're just about out of here. I know. Isn't that crazy? All right. Can I get you guys in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1? I appreciate you guys working with me here. I think you guys do deserve a point for giving this a try, everyone. Okay. Indeed. Izzy, how long is the old Beth's BT? Ooh, be really careful. I think you made a common mistake where you start counting this T as 1. You go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We're actually counting just the squares. So we're going to count that 1 square, 2 squares, 3, 4, 5, 6. Very common mistake. So we're going to call it 6. So it's 9 divided by 6, which I'm going to put in my calculator. 9 divided by 6. What? That was not 6. 9 divided by 6, I said. 1.5. So my scale factor was 1.5. And that's that. That's a level 3, by the way. A level 3 is I'll give you a picture, and then you need to find the corresponding parts, right? Like the arm to the arm. So like this flat piece and this flat piece. Divide the new one by the old one, and then we get that going, okay? You know what? We're definitely going to take tomorrow to practice this, so don't stress about there being a skill check tomorrow. We'll write that on our planners in just a minute. I'll show you another version of a level 3. It might look something like this. Let's go for, who do we got out there? Let's see here. Can I? Oh, there we go. We've got Jace. So let's go JCE. J is going to be at, and we're not actually even going to graph this, 8 comma negative 4. C is going to be at negative 12 comma 18. And E is going to be at negative 10 comma negative 14. I'm just going to tell you where JCE prime is. Again, Gesundheit. You don't have to worry about graphing it. Let's see here. J prime is at 20 comma negative 10. C prime is at negative 30 comma 45. And E prime is at negative 25 comma negative 35. I'm going to tell you I dilated this centered at the origin. So you tell me, what did I multiply these numbers by to get these numbers? Talk it out. Remember, the scale factor is the new divided by the old. New divided by the old. Give it a try and teach. Yeah, sure is. Absolutely, Graham. You got it. That's a level 3. That's what the level 3s are. Yep. Do the new value divided by the old value. Yes, that is correct. That only works if it's centered at the origin. Otherwise, you have a lot of work to do that we do not have the tools for yet. We do not have the tools to do that, what we need to do yet. You want to go help me out with the last of that? That might be great, yeah. Okay. Can I get you guys back up here in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1? Kenny, what did you get for the scale factor? 2.5. That's all there is to it. This is really going to be one of your level 3 questions, where all you have to do is take one of the new values and divide it by the corresponding old value. You have to make sure they match up, right? Arm to arm, leg to leg, head to head. Punch that in your calculator. Negative 30 divided by negative 12, and whabam, I get 2.5. If that's what a level 3 is, how many of us are feeling confident that we can get a level 3 on there? Perfect. Guys, we don't have a self-assessment tonight. Here's what I want you to do, though. Will you open up your planners? Open up your planners to page 37. 37. Page 37. Page 37, that's tomorrow and Friday. So for tomorrow, guys, you can actually put 2.2 dilation review, which is fun to say. Whoops. So tomorrow we're going to do dilation review. So go ahead and write that in your planner. It's not going to be today. It's tomorrow. And then on Friday, put down dilations skill check. Again, if this is what a level 3 is, and then our warm-up was a level 2, and then what we did yesterday where we didn't even have any fractions or decimals, that's a level 1. How many of us feel like this skill check is going to bump our grade up just in time for parent-teacher conferences? I think so too. Okay, that's what I have for you guys. You guys are winning the scoreboard game. These last 5 minutes are your 5 minutes. At your tables, the person with the most siblings, please check your rulers and bring me them after you've seen that they're clean.